this counter offer, because that's really what it is. It's not a request. It's not someone who says, I'm at this salary, now I ask you to increase. This is a counter offer. When you accepted this, did you discuss this with Ms. Kasheka as the head of HR?
Thank you, Commissioner. The request comes from HR. Is a formal request for my signature. So she would come with and present the request for the increase, and would sit and discuss and look at the previous level where the incumbent or the candidate was, and we consider those facts and we look at the salary band. She advises in terms of the salary band whether it is within the salary band of a DH.
And would the chief of police have any input in that discussion? Because this is someone who's going to report to him, and he has other divisional heads reporting to him.
No, it was just, it is only Ms. Kasheka that presented the report to me because it's an HR process.
Okay. All right. And then I just want to be sure, in the light of your earlier discussion and concessions about the irregularity in this appointment, when you look at your statement in paragraph 131, page 22, you say there, the scoring clearly demonstrates that all members of the panel independently assessed Brigadier Mkhwanazi as the stronger candidate, which is why he emerged as the highest rated applicant and was accordingly recommended for appointment. Now, we've looked at that panel sheet that I've just discussed with you at page 55. When you made this statement that all members of the panel, you were aware of IM 19 because it comes from you. It's part of your documents. So you were aware of IM 19 at page 58 when you said all members of the panel scored him the highest.
To be honest, I was not aware about the irregularities. You are only pointing the irregularities now to me, and I take a point that the comment on page 131 should be amended.
So where did you get it from, that all members of the panel scored him the highest? If you were not aware of this panel sheet, where did you get that statement from?
The statement.
Where did you get it from that the panel, all members of the panel scored him highest? Where did you get that information from?
From the scoring sheet.
But the scoring sheet, the scoring sheet doesn't say that.
The scoring sheet says he was scored the highest, but not all members.
Yes.
Which is an oversight because I did not check whether all members, but I just saw the round figure that one scored 54 and the other one scored 62, 64.
Yes. So you're saying you hadn't really looked at the scoring sheet properly by the time you made the statement in the affidavit?
Correct, ma'am.
Okay. The second part of that paragraph, 131, you say, and was accordingly recommended for appointment. Where did you get that he was recommended for appointment? Who told you that?
It is according to the report from HR, the one that is attached, that is being signed by Mr. Maseko.
Which report is that, ma'am?
Where is it? I think it's IM 20.
But IM 20.
IM 20 or
no?
Yeah, the appointment letter.
Yes, the appointment letter is addressed to Mr. Mkhwanazi. It is not a report, and it doesn't contain a recommendation for his appointment.
Maybe in terms of the crafting and the format of the appointment letter, we should actually accordingly look at raising issues like he was a recommended candidate and you were a recommended candidate and this is your appointment, you are duly appointed. I think this form falls short of that kind of information.
Yes, and please correct me. My expectation, my assumption is that there would have been a recommendation to you as the appointing person, and I know you were on leave in this period, but ordinarily, if you had been in office, and you would have received a recommendation from HR to appoint him.
Correct.
You say you were on leave, so it would have come to whoever was acting in your position, recommending the appointment.
Correct.
And then you would either accept or reject it, right? Whoever was in office in this case accepted the recommendation, if assuming the recommendation was made properly, accepted the recommendation and then issued this letter of appointment. What I'm discussing with you is in your statement, you say a recommendation for his appointment was made. And my question about where do you get that is important because of the controversy that has been read to you from the statement of Chief Mapie that the process was not completed. So you say there was a recommendation to appoint him. And I would like you to say to us, where do you get the statement from? Did you see a recommendation? Is that why you say a recommendation was made? Is it because you saw a recommendation?
Thank you, Chair. As we indicated that the preparation for this bundle and this testimony that was prepared over a year, and the testimony was given over 2 weeks, and we were only given 2 days to prepare our files. I think we fell short of including some of the information or responding properly to the issues raised. And I take your point that there are a lot of gaps in terms of our statement. And I also appreciate the fact that the Commission has actually apologized in terms of the prejudice that we suffered in terms of the timelines of preparing our documentation in response to the allegations that were made.
No, but Ms. Mashazi, what you say in paragraph 131 is not a function of, it's not a gap and it's not a function of you didn't have enough time to prepare. You say, you make a positive statement. A recommendation was made that he be appointed. You say that. You could only say that because you saw a recommendation. That's the one possibility. The only other possibility is you make a statement that has no basis whatsoever. In fact, you didn't see a recommendation. You assumed. You may have assumed, or you just made it up. This is not a function of you didn't have time. You either know or you don't know that there was a recommendation. It's that simple. But if what you've just said now is your best answer, I really would not want to press you any further.
I beg your pardon, can you repeat the last statement?
If what you've just said now is the best answer to my question about where did you get that there was a recommendation, if you say your answer is you didn't have time to prepare and so there are gaps and you can't take it any further, I will leave it at that.
Correct, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.